Hey everyone, this is Camilo Ailar and I'm a software developer. Um, Today I want to talk about a little bit more about our development tools as developer and also how those tools can actually make me be more agile. Like we have been hearing about agile in software and project management that they can actually be agile, but like us in this case, a developer, can we? And the answer is yes. Like we need to be agile as the software we actually create, and the best way to be agile is knowing our tools the best as possible and help us or find a way to be maintaining those tools in shape. Uh, those tools, I would translate it to concepts in this case. So one will be using the keyboard instead of the mouse, maintaining your computer in a good shape, having the best tools installed for the project that you're working on, like text editors, development environments, like interface development environments, IDEs, Git, scripting tools. Other thing is that fixing those an annoyance like now and not later in this case for your bugs, knowing the right colors and contracts that you probably want to use, the better for your eyes in this case, because you're going to be all day in front of your monitor. Agile chairs, yes, there are ergonomic chairs that you can actually get around and be comfortable since probably you are going to be sitting like a lot of time. Also, having a stand-up desk is really worth it. There are many ways that you can actually translate from a sitting position to a stand-up position working. Um, the other thing is will be intentional breaks and also uh, in a certain way changing some scenarios. Since, for example, I work at home, what I do probably is like go to the coffee shop or whatever other place uh, that I can have a different environment, different eyes, view other people's, and just try. So right now, I will start sharing my screen and I will start talking a little bit more on what we can actually do. So right here, I have Visual Studio, and I have a very sample project that we use for practicing katas. So in this one, I want to start showing you at least how to use only the keyboard instead of the of on some ways, for example, to help you be more agile. So with Visual Studio, we have this tool called Resharpen. With Resharpen, we can actually create specs. So we can just probably type or type, sorry, for example, oh, sorry, let me bring this down. In the case that we have the class template, and we can just probably create whatever name immediately, and going at the end of it and go pressing out options, we can actually press and change the accessors. And using the city or we can just create immediately the constructor of it. So ReSharper helps you a lot on creating templates on it. So for example, I could probably go and so it's going to be tools over here, template explorer, and I should be able to create a new one. In this case, I just wanted to make sure that I don't have this repeated. Looks like I don't have it. So, oh, there it is, MSpec. So it's going to be MSE. So let's just try it down over here. Okay, so this gives me actually all the established content. So I want to create new one. So uh, gonna copy some sample like this one, and I'm gonna go over here and put it this one over here. So for templates, I'm gonna put like uh, when this happens, okay, just a template. Let's saying that I will probably need to override this. Um, I will probably need to result probably delete it, and it should turn something, and I context. So the context in this one is actually missing. MS establish context. Okay, I'm gonna copy this one also because I will need it. So I will just press apply. And honestly, I wanted to end it over here because normally I will start uh, establishing my context of my spec, and the result in this case, I would just leave it empty over here. Okay, so if I save this over here spec, okay, I can probably go back, type spec, and I should have that. So when this, it should return that, and it actually takes me back to the context. So this actually helps a lot when you actually try to avoid copying all these things over here. So it's very good to know the shortcuts of this one. So other shortcut that I can show is actually move around and move files to another folder. In this case, this one, and I can actually select this project, move it around to second solution. So as you see, I didn't need to use the mouse to actually move that to another place. I can still actually create a new spec. Uh, okay, and I can also use move it in this case to another. Oops, let me see, to another file. Okay, and now I have this. I have actually a separate file. You should be able to know the, for example, on how to build. I have build errors over here. So this is a very quick sample on how knowing the tools of your text editor. Um, One is actually Visual Studio have different color. I prefer the dark color since I use glasses and actually it doesn't get my eyes tired with that one. The other thing is that I'm running a Mac. So I used to have before VMware, but I honestly have an old Mac late 2011. So I was actually getting problems with parallels, even though I will probably got the same with VMware. And the issue is that right now, in some of the projects that I'm working, I will probably require two Visual Studios or two servers of IIS services running, and probably also a node server to run that. So having that, it actually consumes a lot of processing. So my CPU is very limited. So I just decided to go to Bootcamp, and now I don't have any other problems. Um, Changing the scenario works. One thing that I might want to show is actually this is the shirt that I actually use. Is an ergonomic shirt I bought since I started getting a lot of back problems, and I have a Varidex for the A plus that is actually a something that you can actually put over on top of your current desk. So I can go immediately from a normal desk to actually a stand-up desk. I also have, as you see, an external monitor that it actually helps me to have bigger screens. And also I normally use the Mac screens just to put like any chat or any instant messages tools that we use. In this case, we use Slack. So I just probably have that separate from the side that I'm working, where I can actually have that. One thing that helps you be very focused is actually Pomodoro tool. So let me, so you can actually take a look about that. Pomodoro technique is actually really good stuff because you can actually um, focus on being work about 25 minutes, do a small breaks, and then go back. So the rule is actually you need to be focused on every time that you be working, like avoid answering emails, avoid making any search in the website, any Facebook, whatever stuff. So take a read on that, and we're actually will actually help you a lot getting. So that's all that I got for today, and thank you very much. Have a good day.